Hey, how's it going out there? I guess to just get this thing started, I'm just gonna go through and start building out a game for the game jam that's going on this weekend.
Hey, how's it
It's
going,
just
man?
that. Oh,
Um,
I gotta mute myself too. Anyway, it's at ldjam.com. Uh, Seems like a lot of fun. The theme is just to build a game around the idea of running out of space, or at least that's the topic. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna build. I spent a little bit of time just kind of messing around with a couple different ideas. Um, right now, I've been playing around with this little thing here. Let me just pull it up and run it. Just a little interface where I can click and make a little spring thing bounce around and push stuff off. I'm not sure if I'll use this or not. Just like I said, wanted to try out a couple different ideas. Oh, you can see I can't even hit the thing now. Ah, it's out of range. But I think you get the idea. I was thinking maybe like stopping something from filling up by hitting the balls out of the way or whatever they are. But I haven't figured it out yet. So I'm just going to kind of hack along and see what I can come up with and build stuff and try to answer questions and stuff along the way. So if anybody's got any questions, feel free to just drop them in chat. And then this should be going to Twitch and YouTube. So I'll just try to watch both of those as much as I can. Anyway, let's just get started. So I'm going to move the game view off so you guys won't see it, but I'll drag it back on if anything important happens. And I'm just going to run through real quick what's in here and then get back to what I was actually trying to play around with and trying to build. So let's just get rid of all this extra crap. Don't need all of those. And I don't really need this little ramp thingy. So I've got a little spot here where balls on. Oh, I think I just deleted it. Or was it? It was this thing, the orb spawner. Let me pull that out. So I've got a spot right here that spawns little balls. They roll down the ramp. These are all built-in Pro Builder. I'll be doing probably a lot of Pro stuff as I'm going through. And then I made a little bucket here. And then I've got this one little pusher object. You can see I move it along. It's got 3 children. There's the base piece, which is just this cube. It's nothing complicated. A little stick there that is just insanely long, and then another cube on the end. And then the way this works, there's just a rigid body on it, and a little script here that's looking for when I click. And when I click, it's adding force. You can see I've got everything locked there for the positions and rotations and stuff. And then there's a spring joint right here, and it's attached to the parent. So that's that connected body. And I just kind of cranked up the damper so that it would lock back down and stop relatively quick. So let's just play one more time. I'll show you how it works when it's kind of up close and actually hitting the things. And then get into the next thing I want to do, which was thinking about making it so I can move this thing around. Just maybe with keyboards, just there we go. So here I can knock them over and put them into the bucket. Now how that ties in with the whole theme, I'm not really sure, but I was kind of having fun playing with the mechanics. So next thing I'm going to do is just make it so this cube can move around. So I've already started, right before I started streaming, I created an empty script, named it mover, and I was just about to open it. So let's get that open here. Just bring it over to the other screen. You can see a lot of this stuff in here is just crap that I'm going to delete. Just playing around earlier, but the only scripts that really matter were the launcher, or no, the pusher. That's it. Yeah, I'll run over all that stuff later though. So anyway, let's set this thing up to allow for movement. I'm just gonna clean that up, get rid of the start method, mark that private, and this is gonna be really simple. Like I said, it's just gonna be what, A and D or left and right input. So I'll just go like bar movement equals input dot get axis horizontal. So just get that horizontal axis. That way if I decide to hook up one of the Xbox controllers and play with that later, it'll work too. So this is just going to get me the horizontal axis, be -1 to +1, and then I just want to move the move this object, I guess, along that axis. Let's do transform dot position plus equals, and then it's going to be what, vector 3 dot right times movement times time dot delta time. That's so that it's frame rate independent, and then we'll give it a move speed variable too. kind of 4 things to multiply by. Generate a field for this, and it's going to make the wrong thing. It always does. We'll change that from a vector 3 to a float and give it a default of 1. Then add that serialized field attribute so that it shows up in the editor. And here, let's get rid of those using statements and that white space. So this should just kind of move it back and forth. Let's hit play and make sure that that actually works. Oh, well, yeah, I've got the script on here. It's on the right object. There we go. Oh, whoops, wrong axis. I need to move it. This is the forward right here. So I wasn't sure how this thing was oriented. Whatever, we'll just change it in the code. Doesn't make a big difference, so we'll change that to forward. And save, and try one more time. And I should be able to move this thing left and right, and then just kind of knock stuff over. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. So I think the other thing I might want to do is make it so I can go up and down. Okay, yeah. That's closer to what I was thinking. Again, still not quite sure how this turns into a fun game, but I thought the mechanic was kind of interesting to play with. And yeah, if you got a question, go ahead and ask it. I'll try to answer as best I can while I'm going through things. All right, so here we go. Get the balls. They're gonna move down. This is the hardest part, the actual designing the game part and figuring out how to make it fun. I wish I had a good game design idea. When I was looking through the different topics, this was one of the few that I was like, I have no idea what the hell I'm going to build for that. It's a hard one, but I guess it kind of makes it interesting and figure out something to build on this. Let me think. How do I want to do this now? Yeah, let's make it so I can move up and down as well. Although I think, yeah, here, let's see. I'm going to just take this. I'll rename it to a ramp. And then I'm going to duplicate it and make an, oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. The hell is that? I'm in vertex selection mode. Pro builder thing. Okay, there we go. So I'll pull this up a bit. I did a second layer of them. Actually, I kind of put this thing down. So let's, well, actually, here, let's just go through and make a new ramp. I'm thinking maybe doing like a multiple rows across and then having things going by and trying to knock them all off in time. The more I think about it, the less and less interesting this game idea gets. So don't be surprised if in an hour I've totally abandoned this and go for something totally different. Alright, so where's my Pro Builder window? Where'd it go? Window. Tools, Pro Builder window. And it's way off screen somewhere, huh? Did something happen when I changed resolutions? Is it just not going to come up now? Try one more time. Well, that's no fun. I don't know where that window is. Let's just close Unity and restart it. Actually, I probably should have just done a layout reset. Lots of random stuff. Relaunch with this one. So yeah, if anybody had questions, again, go ahead and ask away. I'll try to keep up with them. Gotta make sure I keep looking back. Oh, and thanks, Killian. Okay, let's open this thing up. There we go. Pro Builder windows back up. So let me see. How do I want to do this? I think I'm just gonna disable this entire old ramp and try this other idea. So let's make a new shape. And we'll make it nice and long. Let's go with a 10 and maybe like a 0.5 on the height. That bugged out pretty quick. There we go, 0.5 and hit build. And then let's see, let's zero this sucker out right there in the middle. And I want to make So what I'm thinking is multiple things going across and just trying to. God, I'm not a fan of this at all, but let's do it anyway. And anyway, so it'll be multiple things going across, and I'll just try to knock them off and try to fill something up or stop the thing at the end from filling up. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. We'll see how this goes. All right, main camera. Let's move this thing. I'm gonna get this down here and much closer to the actual object here. There we go. So here's the let's pull on the game view for a second. Right about there, I'm thinking multiple layers. Actually, I want the camera. Oh, here, let's duplicate this a couple times. Or let's first let's stretch it out. I'll go to the end, pick face selection, select the face. There we go. This is Pro Builder again, and I'll just drag that out, that to a nice long width. Switch back to object mode and move it. Still not quite long enough. Let's go like that. Actually, I think I do want an end on the left, don't I? I want them to kind of like fall off and drop into something. Now, which way do I want them to come from, though? Well, let's come from the right and go to the left. So they'll go that way, and then try to fall into something. So here, let's duplicate it and make another one, and duplicate. Oops. And duplicate it and make a third one. Alright, get the camera down and in position. I don't like this camera position at all, or the rotation. So zero that out. Pull that down. God, sorry, everything's lagging really bad. There we go. Or like this. Although I think I want to be up because I want to kind of see. I like I want to see the bottom of the or the top of that one. I don't know. If I go out and I have to rotate down just a little bit. Nah, let's leave it like that. Just leave it kind of flat for now. Let's see the ball's going across, and I'll try to knock them off. Yep. Exciting game, right? Call this the little pusher object, and I'm gonna get this down somewhere so that it's in front of the camera. There we go. Yeah, I have no idea how this is gonna work. Okay, so there's the object, the pusher. It'll move along and it'll push things. Okay, let's make this thing move up and down real quick. So we've got the horizontal axis, and I'm just gonna rename this from movement to horizontal. And then we'll just get a vertical as well. And here, we'll just go really sloppy and quick. We'll just do up times vertical and done. Now we can move a little bit faster if we strafe. Okay, so let's see. Oh, thanks. And I'm just reading through the chat when I look over the side. So maybe the bucket runs out of space. Okay. Some way to have to clear out the bucket at the same time as filling it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Or if the ball goes past the mover, it increases the size before rolling. Oh, okay. Huh. Both better ideas than anything I came up with. Alright, let's play and see if this moves. Oh, yep. Up and down, left and right. We're nowhere near actually touching though, so let's see, where's the position to get this to be close enough to touch? There we go. Now it should hit the wall, and here it should go out, and oh, actually I should be able to even get it behind the wall and then kind of bug it out and get it up there. Okay, so let's see. I need to move this back a little bit. I still want it to kind of like fly out at the thing. I don't want it to go much past there, so let's go with that. That's kind of a. Oh, here, let's see. Where's a good starting point? Now let's go right around here. So I'm just going to copy the transform component, stop playing, and then paste it. And then let's get those balls moving real quick. So let's get the game view out of here. Ball spawner way over there. Drop it right here. It's Control Shift F, by the way, to move the objects right to where you're at. There we go. So we got a little ball there, and need a little ramp to speed it up. I'm just gonna shortcut it by making a prism. Hit build prism and just drop that right over where I need it. Right about here. And then we'll rotate it. Like that. And get it into position. That's probably gonna work just fine right there. Let's see. Yep. Okay, let's see. Just move this over to the other side. Oh, okay. Damn, so now I can knock them off. Oh, you know what I could do is, again, still not convinced this is fun in any way, but one thing I could easily do is just make them go back and forth between the different directions. So I'm going to give that a try and see how that feels. Here, grab that face, drag it out some. But how does that... It gets rid of that whole idea of them getting to the end or something. The ball goes past the mover. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading these notes and these ideas and trying to figure it out. Well, whatever. Let's just get, yeah, let's make it a little bit Mario or Donkey Kong style. They're more like barrels coming down. Go, and then I'll take this one. Oh, whoops, don't want to do that. Did not want to grab the face. Go to object mode, or actually no, I need to go to over here. Let's just drag this over. That works for that. And then we'll grab this one and just grab the face here and drag it up a tiny bit. Okay. So now they're moving along. Knock them down. Pretty damn simple. Probably shouldn't be allowed to move it when it's going. I don't know. Also click very, very hard and almost knock the thing out. Oh, okay, wait. They don't even fall back fast enough. Oh, let's change that. Grab the edge right here, and then here, let's do Pro Builder stuff. Get this out of the way. Come on, game view, let's drag you. There we go. So just hit, this is the Pro Builder window. There's a lot of stuff in here, by the way, so if you don't see everything when you're in there, just make sure you scroll it up. But if we hit Extrude Faces, give me this nice little piece that I can then just drag up and make a nice sharp edge with. Although, actually, I think I want to undo that. Undo, because first, before I extrude it, I want to pull this in a little bit. I'm looking at my other screen as well. There we go, and then we'll extrude it. And pull it up, more like that. Just so that it falls back a bit quicker. Okay, so some balls could have power-ups. Slow the balls down. Yeah, huh? Definitely lots of things. Yeah, everybody seems to have a lot of pretty good ideas. Definitely more than I have, like I said. So here we can knock the thing over. Oh, God. Over here playing on another screen, and nobody can see all the awesome fun that I'm having knocking this thing down. So I wonder if I'm just trying to figure out how this becomes something where there's some sort of strategy or skill required to be better at it, just so that it's fun. Because right now it's, you know, clicking these things. But what would make it need some skill? Actually, oh, I got an idea. On top of, like I said, I think a lot of these other ideas are seeming pretty good. Like some good stuff in there, but I was thinking, along that with the bucket thing, if I had some tubes to knock them into, and then had to knock them into the right tubes and fill them up before something bad happens at the bottom, that work? Let's try it. Let's create a new shape, and we'll make a cylinder. There we go. Take the basic cylinder. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Delete that. Where's my cylinder preview? Show preview. There we go. That's missing. So let's see. Let's give it some more sides. I want to make it a little more rounded. There we go. Something like that. And then, how tall do I want to make this? I want to make it quite a bit taller. Let's see. Go like 4. Cool. And then hit build. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna make this just into a tube, maybe like a transparent tube I can see into, and then knock the balls into there, and then maybe stack them up by color or something. I don't know. Let's see. Now let's see if we can extrude or make this thing hollow. I'm not. Oh wait, how do we do this? There's definitely a way to do this. Where's this subtract option? Been a little while since I was in Pro Builder, but I know there is an option in here to subtract. Merges all. Nope, not what I want. Not what I want. I don't see the option. Where is the subtract option? If anybody happens to know, please share it too. Oh, cool, Ryan. If you get back on it, let me know. I'd love to check it out. Okay, maybe it's in this Pro Builder menu somewhere. Where the hell is it? This one? I think this was it. And it's now experimental, huh? Okay, so let's take this cylinder, duplicate it, switch to that mode, and then we scale it down and make it taller. And then we put this one here and that one there, I think. And then we do a subtraction and apply. I think that, yep, that's what I wanted. A nice empty cylinder. So here, let's just disable those other two for now, just in case you need them again. And then we've got this sucker. Let's give this a nice transparent material. You can see here the mess of a root project that I've got going on. I'll get that cleaned up though. Let's close Pro Builder. And let's just start actually making folders and cleaning stuff up. So make materials. And let's just hold the transparent material for now. Go ahead and create a new material. Call this tube. Just gonna be like my transparent tube material. And drop that on there. And then add some transparency. Let's see. I don't want that to be opaque. We want that to be transparent. There we go. Now we got a nice little tube. Definitely showing its cubiness now. And we'll pull that back to here. Let's see. I want it to be kind of just behind the thing so I can knock them down into this tube. See how that goes. And let's give it a little color. Little light blue tint. Okay, I need to get this position right now. There's no way that's falling in. Move it down and over, and I might scale this up just a tiny. There we go. That's not perfect, but it'll do. Let me see if I can knock the thing into the tube. Actually, let's give these balls some color too. Let's create a couple different colors. Here we go, material. Let's make a blue. Yeah, when did I get the blue? Okay, there we go. We got a blue here. Pick some sort of a blue. A little purplish. There we go. And then we'll make a red one. Damn, there we go. Perfect. And let's find that orb. I named it an orb, I guess. I forget what I was thinking at the time. But maybe they'll do different things based on the color. There's a blue one. Oh wait, this is the spawner. Not what I wanted to put it on. I wanted to put it on the actual prefab, and the prefab is down here. Let's make a prefabs folder too. Go prefabs. Start cleaning some stuff up. Drop that into here, and I'll make a blue orb. By the way, I was trying to play with the new prefabs build of Unity that has the nested prefabs and variants and stuff, and it seemed kind of cool, but I don't know if anybody else has played with it. I ran into a lot of issues. There were just a lot of bugs. I couldn't attach with Visual Studio and debug, and just random things were breaking. So I think it's just a side effect of like the whole workflow being totally different. It's not just nested prefabs. It's like all the way that prefabs work totally changed. So like I said, I thought that would be a fun way to do this thing, but it ended up not being the right way to go because there's too many bugs and too much time trying to figure out what the hell was broken. All right, so let's go back into the spawner. Right now the spawner is just spawning a single orb. I'm just gonna make it spawn from a couple different prefabs. There we go. So just change this field right here. This is just the serialized field that shows which, or allows me to assign the prefabs, and I'm just gonna make it select a random prefab. So instead of this, I'll do get random prefab, and then we'll generate the method. Just hit Control period and enter. Generates it right up. I'm gonna change this to, I don't want it to be that. I want it to be a game object, not a object. And then I want to go, well, to get a random one from this, it's actually really easy. We just gonna return something right here. Let's do it out the longer way. Just do int index equals unity engine dot random dot range, and we give it 0, and then the orb prefabs length. Let's just get us a number between 1 and however many prefabs there are, and then we'll return orb prefabs at index. This just gets us a random prefab, and now we'll spawn a different one each time. Oh, this is not, this should be an orb, sorry. Not a game object. We're referencing it as orbs right up there. All right, so now I go back in here, and I should be able to just assign both of the prefabs real quick. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Brian. I like that. Is the tubes changing colors makes it so you can't just stay in one spot. Yeah, good thinking. And I'm using the personal edition mostly just because I record a lot of videos, and actually I don't even, this one is on a personal one, and I just don't pay that. Like, the only real difference for me when I switch back and forth is the skin, and I don't like to use the dark skin when I'm recording, just because I think people that get into Unity new just get confused at why it looks different. So stay with the light skin since it's what most people seem to have. And yeah, I never noticed the difference on the, sometimes I'm on a personal one, sometimes I'm on the pro. It just depends which version of Unity I'm using. A lot of Slack notifications too. Let me turn that off. Stops making these noises. Okay, cool. So there we go. Balls are spawning and they're going. And can I knock them down? Oh, nope. I had totally missed that tube, didn't I? Am I getting close to hitting that tube? Oh, you know what? I just thought about something. Does this have a... Nope, no collider. There we go. Wait, what did I add a collider to? Spawner. I don't think it... Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think about that. There was not a collider on here, so let's add a collider. Did it not create the collider for me? Oh. Oh, I'm still on the... Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm confusing the hell out of myself. I had locked the inspector, so I was looking at the orb spawner and constantly wondering why things weren't happening here. There we go. Let's get a collider on this thing. Now it should work. Oh, that was interesting. Locking the UI, huh? Yeah, I don't see why we couldn't. I think we could probably just, oh yeah, maybe it would be cool to just stamp them on there. Oh, yeah, let's see. Can I get anything into that hole? Apparently not. How am I missing? What am I? Oh. On here. Okay, this did not generate a collider like I was hoping. Oh, it was because I had checked the wrong box without paying attention. There we go. Let's try that. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so now it's falling in. Goes down. Okay, cool. So let's see. I think next up I just make it so it matters which ball I hit into which tube. So let's see, how would I do that? Let me think. So if I hit a wrong ball into a tube, what do I want to do? And make it fill up and start running out of space. That makes sense. Or let's see. I don't know. Let me think. Oh, here. While I'm thinking, let's grab the side of this and make it so that the balls can still go back the other way. Tools. This is also while I'm kind of waiting to see if anybody pops up with any genius ideas real quick. All right, so grab that side again. Remember, this is the face tool, and then just hit extrude, and then I can just drag it up, and it'll give it that little bit of a ramp right there. It's more than enough to kind of bounce it back down, I think. That should be. If not, I can always just move the whole thing. Actually, I'll just move it a tiny bit that direction. Just kind of looking on my other screen at the same time. This would be like a blue tube. So if the ball falls into, if a red ball falls into a blue tube, what do I want it to do? I think I don't really know, but I want to figure something out. So I guess when a blue ball goes in, what do I want it to do? And maybe make it blow up the ball or fill up, and then when it hits a certain amount, it could clear something. Yeah, let's set up some sort of a lose condition first. So I'm gonna put a little, like a little box here to collect all of the ones that you've failed to do something with. Let's start with that. So we got a cube. I think I want to go like a 2x2 cube and build. And then let's see, let's move that down kind of into position. So it would be somewhere right around here. Oh, okay. And actually, yeah, I want to make this taller, I think, because I think I want to make this like some sort of a bucket that we can also see inside. Let's drag that up. Maybe about right there. Go to object mode again. Drop it down. And then, again, I'll just duplicate it. Rescale it. And bring it up. And kind of put it near the center there. So I'm just going to use this to do a subtract and then make it hollow like the other one. Okay, so then that was under Tools, Pro Builder, Experimental, Boolean CSG. And we put the original there, cut out here, and hit subtraction and hit apply. There we go. That gives us a new one. It also keeps the other two around, by the way. I'm just disabling those for now. But here I've got my new one. And I'm going to give this just that tube material, so it's transparent as well. Then kind of see it fill up. Yeah, that should be good. Let's see, let's move that down just so that I know that it's low enough that the balls just kind of fall right in. Here. So something like that. As bad as this game is, it's at least kind of making it so I can move things. Could add strategy making it so that X amount of similar balls color stack destroys row. Yeah, that seems like a good idea, Ryan. Seeing something like that. I like that of just, yeah, like if I fill it up enough of the same kind in there, that they would just stack, yeah. But then I need to do something with all the balls that I push off the edge, and I also got to make that entrance to that thing a little bit easier to knock the balls into. But let's see, what can I do to so if I knock a ball all the way off, maybe it should just roll into the into the little cube that doesn't have a collider on it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play around with it. So get this thing, let's add a mesh collider here. And am I locked on the wrong object again? Where are we at? Let's see. Turn off the renderer. Turn on the collider. Why am I not seeing anything? Oh. Oops, what did I do? Okay, close that, close that. Where's my collider? Interesting. I don't know what just happened. Oh. What is going on? Something going on. I don't know. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just... I'm going to keep working on the back part. So what I was thinking is if I knock something off the back, it just kind of like fall down and roll into this. So how would that work? Be a new shape that's nice and wide. That. And nice and tall. Let's go 10 by 20. I undo this. Whoops. Not a 10. There we go. Got a cube. Let's reset that. This is like a back wall, kind of. Here, kind of see what I'm looking at right there. So just trying to line this up, and then I think what I'll do is just somehow I want it so that actually I can just do this. Let's go over here, put that on the edge, switch to the face tool, grab it, pull it out, and then I'm gonna go to the bottom of this thing, and we'll extrude out an edge. We got hit the extrude tool. Let's go right here, and pull that forward. just like that. And then I can go to that object tool again and move it up right about there. Is this rotated weird? No. So gotta, let's see. So I guess I need to move this forward a little bit. I think of how I wanted to get that lined up, but this needs to actually just kind of be right up against the edge. Now it's kind of like a back wall. If we miss, they'll just kind of roll down and go. I'm not really going to go into that though. So I need to grab this a little bit more and let's see, let's grab the side here. Yeah. What's going on? I'm not using. Actually, I probably am on the. I am on the 4.5 because I just made a new project by default. I'm not using anything from it, and that's only because I still have some projects that are not in 4.5, and just to have it. I've been out of the habit of using it in my Unity projects so often that I just don't generally. But since this is one where I can, it seems like it's probably a good idea to actually start using some of the 4.5 stuff while I'm coding this. So where was my tube? Let's name this tube. Blue tube for now. I'll delete some of this extra crap. This is just from me cutting things. Okay, so got a wall here. Let's see what to do. And I still want this. I want it to kind of like all lead down to that spot, but I'm not sure how I want to lay it out to make that happen. So let's try just grabbing these verts. There we go. Grab that one and put it in here. That one and pull it in. Not really. How should I set this up? Thinking. Okay, well, let's see. It looks much better on my left screen, by the way. It's starting to look like a little tiny bit of a thing. So the ball go down. Let's just hit play real quick. Give me a second to think. Play, some balls come out. And, oops. Quick, and hit them. They'll fall against the wall and kind of roll down the wrong way. Not get to where I want them to go. Oh, I got an idea. So instead of this little cube here, and let's do this. I want to try extending this out. Let's grab this face. Oops. There we go. Actually here. Can grab this whole side. I'm just gonna scale this thing for now. And then if I decide to go with it, I'll rebuild it into something better. But I'm thinking maybe a bigger pool underneath where all these balls kind of go into, like maybe something that goes like from here all the way. I guess I need to scale that up there. It's something more like this. And then what I can do here is just take this wall, move this back a little bit, and then take this and scale it a little bit. Or actually, just move it back. Let's just move it back. Move it back and down a bit. If I went down like here, I want the bottom to just barely be on the screen. And then I can take this piece right here. Perfect. Just kind of gets me the gameplay that I want to experiment with real quick. There we go. Let's get that edge selected. Go to movement. There we go. And then very hard working at this resolution. Okay, I gotta pull the game view off for a minute. Okay, so select the edge. Drag it down. And drag it over. That to be kind of wanted just about to oops, not what I wanted. There we go. Perfect. Now let's see. Now if the balls fall down, definitely do something about the coloring here, but if they fall down, they're gonna go right into that hole. Let's see. Although now I can't really see that tube nearly as much, but give this a try. So hit it, bam. And they're not rolling in. Why are they not rolling in? Knock one down. I'm guessing it's just the colliders missing or wrong. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was a problem. Keep accidentally clicking boxes, not paying enough attention. So there we go. So now they're starting to fill up down there. Whoops. And then when it runs out of space, something bad will happen. I guess I'll lose, right? Then I guess maybe I can do something with these tubes now and actually knock the balls into the tubes and have that do something. I guess maybe like clear out other balls in the tube. Yeah, I guess this could be okay. Just have it get progressively faster and faster. And let's try. Well, first let's just make the ball stacking work. .net. I'm just kind of looking at the chat. It said I think .net was for websites. Not really. I mean, .net is used for website stuff, but it initially was more of a desktop business application framework for building that kind of stuff. And then the web stuff came a little bit later, but then Unity started using it for the game scripting. So basically, any Unity development that's done now, at least 99% of Unity development that's done right now, is all done in C#. And it works cross-platform on all the different Linux, Mac, all the mobile devices, and Xbox, and all the consoles. Yeah, it's my favorite engine by far. So. It's what you code the games in, so it helps by letting you actually make your games. The entire game is this one's all going to be written in C#. I mean, there's this thing with Unity. It's kind of a mix of code and other stuff, and it's like that with any game engine. Really, you're not just doing all code, but all of the code that we are doing in Unity is all just in C#. Then it's materials and everything else. Okay, so let's see. Got that here. What was it going to do? Oh, that's right. Fill up this tube. Well, first I want to make it easier to get it into this tube, because I still think it feels a little bit hard to actually knock the ball into it. Scale it up a little bit more. Crank it down or lower it down. There we go. It's running really bad. So I think that's better. Kind of just like that. Just this little tube. And then when it gets to the bottom, I guess I still need to figure out where the bottom is. Here, let's grab that and just drag that up a little bit. I'm just looking at it on the other screen, just gonna get it right there, so it's just behind that line. That's kind of what I was going for. Then I can drop the balls in there, fill it up, and then make it do something. Cool. So let's see, let's save that off. And then how do I want to deal with this? So balls go in there. If they're the right color, how do I try to think through the actual gameplay coding part of it. Oh, and it looks like my son is talking to me in Twitch chat. You know that you're only like 8 feet away. You can just turn and talk. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's see. I want to react to something, so let's create a tube script. Actually, let's create a scripts folder. Scripts. And we'll go in here and just create a tube. And we'll open that up. And then when things go into the tube, I don't know what I want to do. If I want to actually do something or just tell the thing that it went into the tube. So I can delete all that out and just add an on trigger enter. And here, let's see, we're going to get the orb. So just do var orb equals other.rigidbody.get component orb. Let's just get the orb that falls into there. That's just those little balls. Oh, whoops, not .rigidbody. Thinking of triggers. Wait, no. Yeah, thinking of collisions. So there we go. We've got that. We get the orb, and then they could just disappear and get points, but yeah, I mean that's definitely a way to go. Let's see, orb dot. Oh, here, actually, let's add a color to the orbs. Let's do this. Serialized field. I'll add a private. And how do I want to do this? Do I want to do an actual color or an enum? Let's do an enum of them. So we'll do a public enum orb color. And we'll just do blue, comma, red, and then add more later. And here we'll just make an orb color, call it orb color. And I want to make, oops, there we go. We'll make a public getter for it too. A public property that gets it. And if you haven't seen the other videos I've done on this, we could technically make this public and not have this right here, but I just, out of habit, like to make all of the serialized fields private, just so that they, so that they can't accidentally be changed, you know, by a mistaken code. I've had plenty of times in the past where something was, especially like an editor script, was referencing something and changed to prefab, or somebody misassigned something and accidentally changed a prefab instead of a spawned reference of an object. And then it was just kind of a pain, so I've just gotten into that habit of avoiding the possibility of that. It's less of a problem if you're working solo, but as soon as you're working with other people, it's really easy to accidentally misuse somebody else's thing, or you know, misuse your own. So here, let's change this one to red, and then I want to go into the tubes and then put that there too. So I'm gonna move the orb color to its own file. By the way, if you're in Visual Studio, just go onto the class or type this one's an enum and just hit Control period and move, and it'll just move it to its own file. Let's go back into the tube now, and here we'll do the same. The serialized field. Actually, here, let's just go to the orb and copy. Really no reason to retype all that. Not that it's that much to type, but whoops, let's get that there too. So the tube will also have a color. So it'll say if orb color, orb.color, yeah, there we go, is equal to this dot orb color. Actually, I may not need a public version of it, so just comment it out for now. So if they're equal, Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I was talking about there, Killian. With and why not use a color? I thought about it, but I may end up having non-matching colors. Like right now, the orbs don't really match the tube because the tube's using some transparency. So if I used a color, they'd actually have to match on the color. But if I just use this enum here, I can make them match, but then have them be different actual colors that are set on there. Plus, then I have to get the color off the mesh render, or I could get the color off the mesh render or something. But yeah, it was a good question though. So if they match, I don't know if I want to do anything. Well, let's see. If they match, I will destroy it for now. Let's do that. Just do destroy orb.gameObject. Just keep it nice and simple. So if we get one that matches, it'll blow up. A bad one will fill in the spot. So let's see. I got a tube here, a blue tube. Oh, eating pizza. Always fun. All right, let's grab this tube, W, and duplicate. And we'll make another tube, maybe like a right here. Oh, that's right. I wanted to make the colors change too. Right, somebody had mentioned that, so we'll be doing that very soon. Oh, I didn't add the script. Add the tube script, make it red for now. And let's change this. Let's find that material. Materials tube. We'll duplicate it, make it tube red. And let's assign that here. Tube red, and we'll change this to a red. And then rename it. Even though, like I said, these are probably, I think they'll change colors dynamically while we're playing. Yeah, this one seems to be much more active than Twitch, but I think that's just I have them both up, but I think it's just a side effect of using YouTube a lot more. Okay. So we got the red tube here. It should catch red balls. The other one, oh, doesn't have a tube script on it. Let's add that. And this one should catch blue balls. And I think I want to add in, oh, whatever. Let's just go with that for now. Pull this over to the other screen. Get up here and see if I can knock any balls in. Ah, they're too fast. They're faster than I am. Okay. Still very, very hard to hit them into these tubes. Alright. It's very easy to knock them off the wrong way, though. Let's see if I can hit them into the red tube at all. I think I need more of like a funnel on the top. Either that or I broke the colliders on these tubes and they're not hollow and they're just rolling off the top again. Is that what I did? No, looks. Wait. Yeah, I think Yep, that was a problem. I had marked them convex. Let's undo that. I think I have undone this like 3 times and I just keep doing it during play mode and forgetting to redo it again after I get out. Cool. Alright, so let's see. Let's move up here. We're gonna knock in the wrong ball this time. There we go. Oh, yep, a red one. Oh, okay, well. I guess right now they just kind of fall through. Let's see the blue one. Oh, okay, I haven't actually put the script together. So I made this tube script, set up the on trigger enter, but there's no trigger. I kind of skipped past that part. So what I need to do now is I'm going to just start with the blue tube. To add a cylinder under here. So just go 3D object and just make a cylinder. And let's scale it. And it needs to be not as wide. There we go. maybe right about there, so that way it won't really do anything till it gets to the bottom. And here, just check is trigger. Let's add the tube here instead of up there. It'll just make that blue. Is trigger is true. And you know what? Maybe I'll set this to be visible too. Just kind of looking at it. Nah. Let's turn the renderer off for now. Okay, so we got that there. Let's remove the tube script here. And I'm going to duplicate that cylinder, drop it onto the red tube, and we'll just zero out that Z. And it should give us the same relative position. Oh, no, I gotta zero out the Y as well. There we go. Turn on that renderer real quick, just make sure. Yep, there we go, that's good. And this should be set to the red orb. Go to the red tube and remove that. Not reset, remove. Cool. All right, that should work better. Okay, let's see. Knocking the ball in on another screen. Cool. That worked. Let's see. Here, watch. There we go. Got a blue one in. Oh, red one falls through. Blue one goes in and poofs. Red one falls through. Ah, can I get to the red? No, let's grab this little thing and crank up the speed here. Where is that? That's the pusher. And it's got a movement speed. I'm gonna make this 3 times faster. There we go. Oh yeah, that feels more like something where I have some control. There we go. And I can knock these in. Yeah, oh, when I get the right ones in, they're good. I'm very bad at this. Okay, so I feel like that should also push a little bit further. Let me just look at it right here. Oh no, it does go all the way, doesn't it? Oh, I guess it doesn't go all the way if it hits something. Oh, let's just turn up that force a tiny bit. That's on the child right here. Let's go to negative 800. Woo, okay, so that pushes. I like that better. Okay, so negative 800, and we'll set the movement speed up to like 4. Set this up to 4. By the way, I really don't like having these scripts at different levels here, but like I said, this is not a project that's gonna be kept around, so it's not a huge deal. It's certainly not important enough for me to care. So let's see. I wonder if whoops. I wonder if I can knock a red one into that tube down below here. Ooh, nope. Okay, so that worked too. Okay. Right now it's very hard to lose. How can I make this easier to lose? Let's see. Is it recommended to use var instead of the actual type? I use var whenever the actual type is either really long or really obvious. So if it's like a name that's more than 10 or 15 characters long, I'll definitely use var. And then if it's something where like the thing that it is right after, so like in this case it's named orb, it's getting this type right here, then I just use var there. It's exactly the same length, but normally these things are a little bit longer, and it's just a habit now of just using it. It doesn't make any actual difference. The compiler is going to figure it out. It's going to know exactly what it is. So yeah, when it compiles, it's essentially just replacing that with orb. But like I said, it's mostly just habit now. Okay, so let's see. We can fill this up. I don't feel like there's any urgency or reason for me to hit the balls into into the things though, instead of having them fall all the way through. So I'm not sure what I want to do now. like, yeah, it's gonna fill up, and then what? It's not making it any harder. Let's see. Might be interesting if like it just gets harder as more balls go into the bottom. But I'm not sure how that would work unless it was like weighing something down and tipping another thing. Actually, yeah, that might be kind of cool. I'm gonna save this off real quick, and then maybe just commit it. I was gonna use Git, but let's just use collaborate. Why not? Collaborate's nice and simple, and I won't have to tab out. There we go. Collab, enable. I'm just thinking about maybe making some bigger size changes, and want to get things committed before I do, because I don't want to break everything while I'm kind of screwing around. I think it might be kind of neat if like when something hits down here, it causes more balls to fall or something else to spawn. I think that would be cool. Like just make it, whenever a thing hits, it makes it harder. So okay, let's just commit all this. Initial working tests, whatever, and publish. This about I drag that onto another screen. Sick bug reports. Good stuff. Okay, so I can make some tubes are in front and can only get in when the plunger's on the backstroke. I like that. That's a cool idea. That'd be cool. It just like brings it right back. Yeah, we can do that. It'd be like an extra difficulty too. Actually, before I do the other change I want to make this plunger thingy a little less intrusive. I'll be able to see through it. So I'm just gonna add a material here, and here, let's call it tube blue for now. I think this thing has officially been named a plunger, so we'll just make a plunger material, attach that right there, and then give this some sort of a color here. Let's get it back on screen in the game view. I'll go with like a white, a green. Let's just go with a white for now. And then I think I'll put that on the other piece too. Just put the plunger material on there, and then I also want to make this base piece a little bit bigger. And this is not a Pro Builder one, is it? Nope. Scale that. I'm gonna break everything, so pull it off, scale it, drag it out, and then drop it back on. And hopefully that didn't break too much with my spring setting. Let's see. Let's hit play and try. Oh, that looks good. Okay, now we can kind of see where we're aiming better. That's kind of what I wanted. Oh, I like that. I think when I hit a wall, it should make like a thud sound, like you failed. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a whole lot better with a transparent plunger. I got my plunger stuck. Cool. And let's commit that too. It's a good habit to get into, by the way, just constantly committing. I like that idea too, just having different types of different holes in there, or spinning it around, or having the plunger be a difficulty mechanism. Plunger transparency. That works. Okay, so let's see what's next. So yeah, like I said, I think what I was thinking next is just getting it so that when something falls into the little bucket down here, more bad things happen. Oh, maybe something could just happen out of here, like out of the back wall. Some balls appear, or something happens and balls start to fall down. Let's try. Let's start coding and see kind of what appears. What do I want to call this? Let's call this you lose bucket. Just because I don't have a good name for it. And make a script. And I'll just call this a lose bucket. And then when the balls fall into there, hey, what happened to my script? Lose bucket. Control comma, by the way, brings up this little go-to thing. If you ever open it and you can't find it, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Use some camera shake. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. Something. Yeah, control comma brings up the little go-to menu if you ever get lost and like you open it and doesn't open your file and you want to find it. Control comma, type in the file name and .cs, it'll pretty much always find it. Okay, so here we think we want to do let's do an on trigger enter again. I was thinking about doing a collision, but then if the ball hits multiple times, it's gonna be a problem. We'll just do an on trigger enter. We'll get the orb. So do var orb equals not orb equals other dot get component orb. And then if the orb is not null, whoops. So if we actually get an orb, is if something else goes in there, we don't want to do this. Then what do I want to do? I want to say like well, I think let's use an event. What the hell? Let's go public event action. Whoops. There we go. And add the using system statement. And here I'm going to put in orb color. Do you want to do orb color or an orb? Let's do an orb. On orb entered bucket. And I'm just going to give it an empty delegate. Just like that. And then here I'll just call on orb entered empty bucket and pass in the orb. And then after that, actually that's all. Yeah, we don't do anything else with it. So we've got this, and I'm gonna actually make this static. We'll just make it. I was thinking about making this into a singleton, but what does it matter? So we're gonna have one bucket. We're not gonna be reloading scenes. We're just gonna call this event, and then what I'm gonna do now is just make a spawner too. So we'll do like a public class triggered orb spawner, and that'll be a mono behavior. And then in awake here, so just do awake. There we go. And we'll say find object of type lose bucket on orb entered. Oh no, we don't need to find object type. This is exactly why I made it static. Lose bucket dot on orb entered plus equals, and then tab. And here this is going to be the orb, so just rename that from obj to orb. And then I think what I want to do is just spawn another orb. So just do instantiate orb dot prefab. Oh wait, oh what the hell? I just copied the orb. Transform dot position, comma transform dot rotation. And normally I wouldn't just spawn a copy of the orb itself because something else changed on there. It might matter, but it doesn't matter here. So we're just gonna do it. So now we've got a triggered orb spawner and a lose bucket, and we need to go set these up. So first, let's go down here. The lose bucket is actually just gonna be a cube sitting inside this bucket. So let's go find the bucket. We'll add a 3D object that's a cube as a child, and we'll scale it up that way and that way. And I think that's good. Here, let's get it up to the edge right there, up to the top of that bucket. Cool. And just turn off the renderer and check it as trigger, and then we'll add that lose bucket script. Cool. So this is the here, call it lose bucket trigger area. Give it some sort of a name so we know what it is later. And then we need some triggered orb spawners. Got this one orb spawner right here, and I think what I'll do is just take it and duplicate it, and just there, move this duplicated one. I'm gonna put it right up here above the screen, Let's see, it should be just off screen now. So I get right up about here, and I'll call this triggered orb spawner. And I don't need this script, so we'll remove that and we'll just add the triggered one. Because it's really just kind of an orb copier. Methods on a mono behavior sitting on the prefab. I wouldn't normally do that just because if those methods are modifying state, or the second somebody starts to put something in there that modifies state, you're going to be modifying your actual prefabs. And it's something to try to watch out for. It may not happen like right away. You might not set it up that way, but then somebody goes through and then, you know, add something in there. They're, you know, just slightly changing it, and then suddenly you're getting state changes in your prefab. Sorry, I was kind of reading the chat too. Yeah, yes, Clean Code is a book I highly recommend everybody read. It's an amazingly good book. Everybody should definitely check it out. So here, let's get a couple more of these spawners. There we go. So I've got 2 of them. There are three spawners total. And all 3 of those should trigger as soon as one ball hits the end. So let's give that a try and make sure that works first. All right, so balls go down. Actually, if I knock one over, it might speed up the process here. Goes in. Yep. Oh, yeah, and I get more balls. Oh, crap. Okay, yeah, this is starting to add some difficulty. Now that balls are going the wrong way. Okay, it may be that we're spawning a couple too many. Well, it certainly got much more active. Yeah, I'm gonna stop that. So let's see, how do I adjust that? Let's just adjust these. Let's instead of, well, let's see, what do I want to do here? Do I want to just not spawn at all of them, or make it a chance to spawn? Let's do that. Let's just go for a chance to spawn. Add a little bit of variety here. Let's do a serialized field, do a private float, chance to spawn equals, we'll go with like a 30. Actually, here, let's do it like this. Let's pretend that we're really worried about performance and saving a couple bytes. We'll do chance to spawn as a byte that's equal to 30. And here, let's give it a range attribute. We'll go from 0. Oh wait, actually no, we're gonna do a range, so we're gonna change this right back to a float. So I'll go to a 30% chance to spawn. And then right in here, we'll just say if Unity engine random.range is, let's see, we need it to be 0, 100. And then if it's less than chance to spawn, then we'll do our spawn. So here we're just kind of rolling from 1 to 100. If it's less than our chance, like we have it 30, if we get 30 or equal. So if we get 30 or less, we'll spawn an orb. Now we're not going to spawn 3 orbs for every one that falls. We'll just spawn, you know, up to 3, but on average about 1. Okay, so let's see. Let's grab this this bucket again, and I just scale it out this way a little bit more. Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't want to do that. What do you think? Because well, I know what I'll do. The problem I'm having is that balls kind of fall and they go bouncing past this. Oh, yeah, I do want to just scale it up. Let's just scale it and drag it, and I think that's better. I was thinking about putting an invisible wall there, but then I don't want the balls like hitting it and bouncing back or something. Yeah, I think the penalty right now for not getting them in the tube will be that the bottom will fill up and you will lose. I don't know exactly how you lose yet. I haven't figured that part out. But let's see. Oh, the balls are still falling out. Okay, I might have to add a little invisible wall far enough out that catches them. Let's see, get that in there. Oh no, and they're stacking up here too. Let's see. Yeah, stacking's definitely not gonna work. Let's get them going with a little bit of momentum, and I'm just gonna kind of hack and cheat to do it. So I'll just take this prism, duplicate it, and move it right up here. And watch that. Bam! Now it's invisible. Now it just works. And we'll duplicate that again. I'd definitely come up with a better solution for these little spawners in the medium term, but for now, I think they're okay. Okay, did I put? I did. I put too many of them there. Let's move this over to here, and don't want it to roll backwards. Now let's make it roll forward. Okay, so now they should kind of not at least not stack up. They'll fall with some sort of a direction. So let's see. Let's knock a ball over. Ah, there we go. And yeah, now they're falling and having at least some direction to them. Red one falls in. Count, doesn't count. Cool. Now the hard part. How do we want to fill this thing up? Like, I know there's a lot of balls. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can do that. I didn't even realize it was on. Let's see. I'm about the baking. So that is now under. Oh, where the hell did that move again? Lighting settings. And we just turn off the auto generate on the light map. Cool. And here. Now that looks beautiful, right? Let's adjust this. Sure what I've got going on here that's we definitely don't need that. Okay. Not really sure what color I want to go with for the sky. Whatever, we'll just go with white for now. Let's go right around. Okay. And we can get to at least look decent without constantly baking real quick. There we go. Go with a white, get rid of the skybox crap. All right. I want to add, I guess before I add so still trying to figure it out. If anybody has some ideas for kind of like how to lose, like right now, yeah, I figured like filling up the middle makes you lose, and it kind of speeds things up as it fills up worse and worse. But I don't know, like, where's the actual cutoff point? Like, how do you actually lose? So if anybody has a cool idea for that, go ahead and share it now, so I can just try that out. Right now I wanted to go through and just change out the colors on these things, maybe the materials, and just adjust them a bit, so that the ramps didn't blend in with the background. I almost feel like just jumping over. Let's jump over to the asset store for just a second. You can find maybe some cool textures that kind of add to it, add to the feel. It's something somewhat industrially, but I don't know. And if anybody stumbles on something and has a good suggestion, yeah, let me know. And go grab whatever it is. Let's see. It doesn't really match at all with what I was thinking, but I do like the pack. As you can tell, we got it here. It's imported anyway. Probably won't use it, but who knows? Maybe it's gonna look really cool. Maybe just theme it after this one pack that I have. Oh, do like a wood grain ramps and dirt background. Like I said, pretty sure it's gonna look bad, but I just want to try something. So yeah, if anybody's got ideas for how to kill the player, please let me know. So just kind of checking Skype and stuff at the same time. Oh, lava. Oh yeah, that could be cool. How would that? Let's see. So like, but I think like how do you do an indicator for that? That like it's Oh, I already own it. It's just one of the millions of assets that I already have. Somebody asked in chat how I was grabbing it without paying the $5. This is definitely one I've used before, so I recognized it almost immediately. Wow, it is importing really slowly though. Oh, that could be cool. Have them do like little splatters that start covering the screen. Oh, that could be really neat. I don't know if I would want to do that for every hit though, because it might get too bad. But maybe like every so many number of them, like the ball just explodes and makes a splotch on the screen, and you kind of run out of. Then you're running out of two things: you run out of space at the bottom, and you run out of screen space. You can't see anymore. I like that. We'll play with that. Okay, so cartoon textures and go to materials, and there are a lot more materials here than I remembered. Let's see, wood floor. Drop that onto here. Let's see. Let's select thing. Checking it out. Here's what it looks like over here. Perfect, but it's actually not terrible. Thing about trying to play with it and get the materials which are I don't remember how to do that in here though. I remember it being really easy. Don't remember the Pro Builder spot to actually adjust that. I think it's in one of the Pro Builder windows. Here, let's try some different backgrounds. That actually looks okay, but not great. Yeah, let's try the stones one. Ooh. Here, let me just pull these over and you can kind of see. Everybody can kind of get a look at what some of these other ones look like. So if we do like tiles, yeah, I don't really like the tiles. I think they look cool, but not so much for that. Stones just kind of looks kind of gray. The sand looks terrible. Snow also looks terrible, as I would expect. Oh wait, what are these? Square pavement gray. So something like this could work too, where it's just kind of like a bit of a repeating pattern. Not in yellow though. That's right. That sounds right. Yeah, they let's see if we can find that again. Tools, Pro Builder, and Pro Builder window, right? And then where was the well, let's see. So we select this. Been way too long. No. The editor for that. Should have had Matt jump on this call so I could have him remind me. There, open UV editor. Okay, so there's the... There we go. So that gets me the face, and then okay. If anybody remembers how to use this, let me know too. Like I said, I do not remember how to use this at all. I haven't used it in a good 6 months or so, trying to do the UV editing, and that was once when Matt was showing me. That's the edge. Shit. Okay. Set that to what, 90? And then what's this thing again? I want to just make, oh, that's right, tiling. There we go. Let's see. 0.1. No. There we go. This is closer. That's okay. Perfect. That's much better. That's closer to what I was thinking. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Cool. So now we got a little wooden ramp there. I can do the same for other pieces real quick. Tile them up. Let's see. Let's get that off the screen. We'll just re-add the, what did I use? Wood floor? I think it was wood floor. Hope so. Let's see. Let's go check. Yeah, that's the same one. Okay, but it's not on the side on the UV. Let's see if by the end of this, maybe I'll be good at UVing with Pro Builder. I don't expect it to happen though. Let's see. Okay, so select that. Let's go to face selection. Why is it not? Okay, cool. Got that. Then we drag it. Wait, no. Oh wait, this is on a different material. Where's that at? Pro Builder materials. Ah, here we go. So we need to put that should be this material instead. Cool. I don't like the size though, so we'll go in here. I can learn to select things in here. There we go. That and be sad that's wrong here. Ooh, what the hell? Okay, not what I wanted. All right, got that there. Why am I seeing? Oh, wait, what am I doing? Am I seeing the wrong material here? I'm seeing the material that is not there, the one that I'm not using. I'm not sure why. You know what? To be honest, I don't care that much. It's this little cube up in the side that's just there as a placeholder. So I'm not going to waste my time trying to figure that one out, and instead we'll just get the material assigned on these ones as well. We got it right there, and then we'll get it right here. Why is this? What do I do to this object? It's all jacked up. I don't know. I think there's something in Pro Builder that I need to hit. I just don't remember what that thing is. And again, not a big enough deal to matter right now. Just wanted to get some textures into here so I could see things and have stuff stand out a little bit. All right, cool. So, oh, actually, here, I do want to fix these UVs just a bit though, because that looks kind of jacked up. Let's see. Editors, UV editor, cool. And then how did I do that before? Rotate. That to a nice close enough to 90 that I don't care. And there we go. And then we'll do the one more right here. So go to 90 and 4 and done. Cool. So now we got some little wooden ramps. We got those. And then oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's just go back on to the gameplay stuff. Actually, let's commit broke a bunch of materials. Commit messages don't matter right now. So, okay. So I think we'll do when a ball falls in. Let's do the. Well, here, let's add some sort of counter to keep track of how many balls are going in there, and then explode them. No. Let's do a special ball that when that ball hits, it explodes and puts paint on the screen. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm the one thing I'm terrible at is art. I leave that to people who have some artistic skill. Even as I figure things out, like I still can't make things very pretty, and it's just I think a lack of being able to picture what the hell the thing's gonna look like. I really struggle to visualize it. Oh, an 8-ball. I can do that. Yeah, you'd usually want to use something like well, there's a whole built-in shader tool now you could use to build cool shaders and materials. But like I said, I'm pretty terrible with those, so I just grab some random crap right now and drop them in for now. So yeah, let's do the ball and have it splatter on the screen. So let's see, how do I want to do that? I think we'll just make a new script. Called a splatter orb, since the other thing's called an orb. Actually, let's move these scripts into the scripts folder too, at least the ones that I'm using, and I'm going to delete out the rest of this crap. So we got the pusher, the spawner, the orb, and the mover. All those are actually used. All the rest of this is not. Water, triangles. Score area, did I use that? I don't remember. I'll leave it for now. Game manager, I don't think so. Nope. Delete. Cool. Get rid of all that stuff. And then what was the score area again? Yeah, we're not using that either. Or this triangle. I think these were all just things that I was messing around earlier. And put that into the scenes folder. Cool. Good. So we got that, and we're gonna do a splatter orb, and then what I'll do with this is just when it goes into a bucket, it will here, we'll just do this. Nope, we won't even do that because that's just overcomplicating it. I don't really need another script for it, so we'll just delete it. And thinking about it, it can just be a checkbox on the orb. The orb is like a brain dead simple class right now. No reason to not just add it. Splatter. And that'll be just defaulted to false. And we'll just make it a public pool. Oops, now that return splatter. Cool. So what I'll do is just make another prefab of it, and then when it hits, it will pop up another decal on the screen. So what we'll do for that is just make a make like a splatter controller. And then this can just register for that same event. So here we'll just do what is it? It's lose bucket dot on something. There we go, plus equals that. And again, we'll rename it from obj to orb. Get rid of the update, clean up the formatting. That's Control K, Control D, by the way, in Visual Studio. Just kind of the default to fix up that formatting. There we go. Just gonna get this a little bit cleaned up. And now what we're gonna do is just check, say, if orb.splatter, then do splatter. And I'll generate a method for that. And then here, I think we'll just spawn a prefab maybe on the screen. How do I want to do this? Oh, thanks, dude. Do like a serialized field of a game object array, splatter prefabs, and then we'll just spawn them somewhere. Here, let's create one first though. Let's go. How do I want to put these on? I'll do it through UI. So go game object. UI. I want to do it through a UI. Decisions. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do it on a canvas. And we'll go UI and make an image. And I've got this nice, beautiful image right there in the middle of my screen. And we need to get some sort of a splatter decal. So we'll just shortcut it. Actually, I can just grab them from my paintball kit. 1 second. We'll just pull it right out of here. I think I have a whole set of splats that I made a while ago. Art, splat textures. There we go. I'm gonna drop that into this folder. Cool. And select them all and turn them into sprites so they can show up on the UI. And then let's just assign one randomly. And you can kind of see how that looks. So there's the sprite right there. Let's triple the size. Yeah, let's what's the import size on these? 150 by 136, huh? Is that small? Yes, they are. Oh, that's right, because these weren't for full screen splats. These were more like impact splatters. Actually, you know what? If I'm doing this small, I'd probably just do them for every ball, and then it simplifies things. Like, simplifies the gameplay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just go with every ball doing it for now. When it hits. And then, yeah, we'll just fill it up. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so here's the canvas, and I'm gonna call this the... Let's just add the word splatter to it. I'm gonna put the splatter controller right on here. I don't care. And then we don't really need prefabs. What I want instead is a list of images. So do, what do I want to do? How do I, let me think this through for a second. I think what I'll do instead is make another script. No, let's not. Let's just do it all in here. Call this, we need Unity Engine.ui. Adding the using statement for this one always sucks. It always grabs the wrong thing. So just put that in manually. So call this splatter images. And then when we do a splatter, I'm just gonna create a new image. So do bar image equals new game object splatter dot add component sprite sprite renderer dot, and then we'll go image dot sprite equals splatter images index, and we're going to change this to sprite. And then here we're just going to get a random index. So do int index equals unity engine dot random dot range, and go from 0 to splatter images dot length, or dot. Oh yeah, this is not an array. There we go. Make it an array. Then we go to dot length. So pick a random one. We'll create an image and we'll assign a random sprite. If I didn't mess that up, we're good. And then we're going to do it for everything, so I can get rid of the is splatter option, and I'm going to go to the orb and just delete that too. Don't need that. Don't need that. Always good to just kind of keep cleaning things up as we're going along. Don't end up with a big mess later on. Okay, so I've got that set up, and I need to go to the textures again and just assign them right here. So I'm going to lock this just so I can batch select them and drop them right onto here. And unlock it so I don't get myself all confused later. There we go. Save the scene. See how this goes. All right. So here's the drop one in. Ah, I missed. Okay. So they are spawning. That's good. Wait. Oh. I'm not making them children of the canvas like they should be. Oh, and why am I making sprites? I need to make images, and I yeah, messed myself all kinds up there. Let's go back in here. Let's see, where was that? Splatter controller. This should not be doing sprite renders. This should be an image. How always get the type stuff when I'm in here. Yeah, image. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this a prefab. Let's do that. Let's go into here. Let's go to prefabs folder, and I think I want to do it like that. Yeah, I'm going to just drop this in. This will be a splat or splatter. Drop it into the prefabs folder, and I'm going to make this thing spawn that. So do here. Yep, let's get rid of this. We're gonna make a private game. No, I'm gonna make a class for it. We'll go public class splatter, and it'll be a mono behavior. And then this is going to have the images. Whoops, it's probably overkill, but we'll do private image of image, and we'll add a using statement again. Maybe I don't want to do this. It's too hard to decide. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it this way. And then we'll do on enable. I'm just going to assign a random texture. So we'll say, oh, I don't think I need that. So here we'll go. Image equals get component image. Why am I even caching that at this point? Probably don't need to. Image.sprite equals, and then we need to give it the sprites. So go serialized field, private sprite array sprites, and here we'll pick this. And I'm not really sure I want to do it this way either. This doesn't feel that much cleaner to me. Like, I like to separate the stuff out, but I almost feel like I'm over separating now. But whatever, it's not going to hurt anything. Like I said, super simple project. So here we go. We've got a splatter. When we enable it, we get the image, we pick a random sprite, and then here all I need to do is add a serialized field for this. And I don't think I need to even call a method here, because I'm just going to do instantiate splatter prefab, comma, position, and then quaternion.identity. And now position doesn't exist. I just want to generate that. So I'll do vector3 position equals new vector3. And then here, here, let's just go 0, 0, 0 real quick, make sure it works. And then we'll set up some positioning so that it picks just a random spot on the screen. Move the splatter to its own file and go back into the editor. I'm gonna find that prefab for the, oh, it's right here. I said find it, but it's right on my screen. And we'll add the splatter component, apply the prefab, and then go right here and we'll just assign it right there. And I'll disable this child. Oh, and I want the controller to make this thing a child of itself. So we'll say that splatter controller, when it instantiates it, var splatter equals that. Well, splatter.transform.setParent. Oh, not that. Set parent, and we'll use our own transform. Let's just make it a child of this UI element. All right. See, so knock a ball over. Oops, wrong way. I'm very good at pulling these off and not at knocking them down. Okay. Oh, I didn't set up the images on the prefab. That's okay. Do that right now. So if we set the sprites right here, just do that. Flat textures. We'll lock this, and an easy way to test this real quick too. So just drop it on and re-enable. There we go. Here, I'll bring it over to the other screens. You can see here, it enables, we get a random splat somewhere on the screen. And then, let's see, so for our positions, if we go to like, let's see, what are we running at? 1920 by 1080. So if we went to like 540, it's going to bring us up to the top. Negative 540 is going to bring us right down to the bottom. And then it'd be the same for the X. So if we go 1920 divided by 2, oh, here, 1920, watch this, divided by 2. We need the far, there we go, far left. And then, oh, it's 960, that's right. And then a negative, where'd it go? Where's my splatter? I don't know what I've done. Broke something. Broke it all. Wait, it was 960. Is it? Am I? Oh, I'm scaled off the edge too. Okay, cool. So anyway, you see, so we just need to go from the screen resolution, somewhere in the screen resolution size. So I'm gonna do that. We'll just jump into our controller again. Not that project. And here we're just gonna pick a random position. So let's call this position equals get random screen position. And then it'll generate a method for that. And then let's I'm just gonna assume that we're at this resolution. I forget what that thing, what is it, like application screen. Oh, what's the thing to get the resolution again? Let me just pull it up here. Screen dot something, yeah. Yeah, well, whatever. We'll just adjust for it. So let's say int x equals unity engine dot random dot range, and we'll go from negative current resolution dot height, no, dot width divided by 2 to positive that. So copy that, and I'll delete that extra negative there. That's going to get us an X, and then we'll copy, do a Y, do height, and height, and then we'll return a new vector3 of X comma Y comma, and we can actually leave that empty and just get a 0 for the Z. So now let's see. If I didn't mess anything up, we should get random splatters. And then we just need to tint them so that they match whatever color we hit onto the thing. Oops. Oh, wait, where am I? Oh. Downside to fixing things in play mode. Often forget to fix them in the regular mode. So there we go. Got this splatter. I just need to reassign the sprites here. So I did that all in play mode and lost it. So there we go. Apply and disable and play. All right, let's try again. Oops, there we go. Pull that one off. We knocked that over. Hey, where are my splatters? Oh, okay. I got one on the screen. Where are the other ones spawning? Let's see. Let's go 2D mode, zoom out. Oh no, the position is way off. Why is the position way off? Why is it? Oh, am I locked? Yeah. That's a problem. Oh, okay, wait. What the hell have I done here? Why are the positions? Oh. That's why. So let's see. Let's adjust this. Let's set the parent first. And then we'll move the thing. It was getting moved and then being parented, and that's not what we want because the position needs to be relative to the that UI's position. So if that thing's not at a 0, it wouldn't be right. Let's see. Come on. Did I miss something else too? Let's see. Splatter clones. Wait, why is it getting negative 1405 for the position? Oh. Easy way to find out. We'll just attach and take a look. So let's see. I'll bring over this right here. We'll hit F5, and then we'll just wait for it to break. So as soon as it happens, we should hit a breakpoint and figure out what the position that's being calculated is. And it's 12. How the hell is it? Okay. Oh, I bet this is yeah, that's the problem. It's not getting my game screen resolution there. That's my monitor's resolution. What is the one for editor resolution? You know what? I don't care. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go from negative 900 to positive 900. Because then I don't have to worry about getting to the edge, and go negative 500 to positive 500. Now, really, I should, make it accurate, but I don't care. So we're gonna skip it for now. So we should make it like if it was gonna do this for anything else, we'd have it work and scale. But it just has to show up on my screen as a little splotch. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Come on, more splotches. Wait, are they all going to the... Oh, there we go. I get the feeling that a lot of them are still off screen somewhere. Yes, they are. So why the hell are these positions wrong? Oh, here. Do this. Oh, wait. It's a screen space overlay. What I want to do, spawn them as children instead of with a position. So we'll do well, okay, so that should do that, and then get us into the correct Position. Oh, wait. It's because I think it's getting a little bit late. Cool. There we go. No, they're still wrong. And I know it's something simple, and I'm just too damn tired to figure out the problem. But I'll fix that in the morning. For now, let's just make these things nice and colorful. Because I'm getting tired and want to make it pretty first. Alright, so let's see. For our splatter controller, we will just tell splatter to become a color. So say splatter dot set color, and we'll pass in the orb dot color. Yeah, that's it. So then we'll just generate a method for that. And here we'll say, well, here, let's cache this now. If we're going to use it twice, do awake, and we'll generate a field for image, and then here we'll say image.color equals orb color equals dot blue, color dot blue, and then we'll just go to color dot red. I have to extend this out once we have a third color, but for now it's going to give us the colors that we want. And let's see. Oops, wrong way. There we go, little red splats. It's definitely, why are these all off the screen still? Oh, it's because I'm doing oh, okay. We want to do this. We want to go right into here and put the local position, not the world position. That would fix it. It is just setting the actual world position and ignoring that the position of the camera. That's why it was totally wrong. There we go. So now, oh yeah, that's, again, don't know if it's fun, but it's certainly interesting now, because eventually my screen is going to be covered up and I will not be able to knock in the right balls. I think I want to make that a sphere on the end too, instead of a cube. It's kind of hard to bang into these little spots. Cool. I like that. I would definitely want to get the rotation and scale of those randomized a bit, because they're all the same, but I think it's starting to make a little bit more sense to me as a game. Cool. Okay, let's commit this. Go back to collaborate. Added splatters. Let me see. Anything else I want to put in tonight? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna kind of wrap it up here for tonight at least, and then just kind of jump back early and try to come up with some more ideas to really improve it and make it more fun. I don't know if anybody comes up with anything, has some ideas. Send them to me. Shoot me an email. Just my name at unity3d.college, or jump on the stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do it pretty early in the morning. So we'll go through and then I don't know, make this into something a bit more fun. You have to worry about running out of space on the screen and in the little bucket below. The bucket below isn't really happening yet for the running out of space, and same with the tubes. But I think maybe we could do some much cooler tubes and stuff, and then obviously we can make the art look 100 times better. Just a little bit of effort. Got to figure out kind of what that final look and feel is going to be for polishing it all up. Also, I may just hop on and have a couple other people jump onto the stream tomorrow too, do some mobbing and stuff on it. I think that'd be fun. Anyway, thanks everybody that's been watching and chatting along and providing lots of great ideas. I'll be back tomorrow, get this thing kind of finished up and turn it into a real game. All right, later guys.